what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Pulse Go Home for Hurricane Alley. I'm the important one, Mr. Mayhem, and let me show you how apropos the name is. That is what it's looking like here in Houston, Texas, the day before the show, Hurricane Alley. And of course, Dr. Quack, he's pushing the buttons there in the back. But he's also trying to arrange a lot of people to kind of keep people dry as they're making their way to the show. It's supposed to rain here all weekend, but it's still going to be a great show. So we got some people here to talk about it. Let's welcome him first to the show. He's our champion, the Pure Heart champion. He keeps his streak alive. We love to hear his comments. We got a lot of things to talk about with him. Welcome, Tonester Damas.
Yeah, I'm sure we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about, don't we?
That's right, we do. And of course, the most hardworking retired man in the promo game. Please welcome him to the show. He hates Vince McMahon, the villain.
I do hate Vince McMahon with a passion at this moment. I'm glad to see he's trending on Twitter at the moment. Fire Vince.
Well, okay. And whether you like Vince or hate Vince, we all do this and we all love this in part because of Vince McMahon, the only man in history that could buy a company for $1 million, sell it for $9 billion, and still keep his job. Fair enough. And welcome also to the show, coming all the way over to us from Germany, the Land General, Rob Bell.
Yeah, with the same pure hate for Vince McMahon. But a love.
All the Vince McMahon love today on the Pulse.
But a love for beer.
Just wave hello.
But a good taste for beer.
There you go. I guess Dr. Quack doesn't want to wave hello because he's working on getting you guys some umbrellas so you stay dry when you come to the arena tomorrow.
That's some good shit.
There you go.
All
right.
I don't need an umbrella. I don't need one because I got something better.
Got something better. All righty. So, champ, the first thing let's go ahead and talk about is the number one contender match. I know you'll be watching this one very, very close. The Purge and Old School. I know you've been studying up on them. I'm not sure if you faced either one of them, but what's your thoughts on it?
I haven't had a lot of time to think about that. If you haven't noticed, I've had a couple of things on my mind lately.
Yes, you've had a lot.
Yeah. I should be celebrating at this time. But this time last year, I was a champion somewhere else. I don't like to bring that up much, but I don't know if I wasn't ready. But maybe I wasn't ready, actually, because I was too happy. I was too happy, and I let it slip. I have to stay focused this time. And not let what A-List did get to me. I got to move on. And move on to Old School. I will. Because I faced Purge before. I know what he's about. I know what Old School's about from what I've seen. I think I'm going to be going up against Old School.
All righty. Villain, I know you kind of taken over the analyst position here. So kind of give us the rundown on this match here. What's the Vegas odds saying about this?
He's better than Brick Johnson.
Thank you, Quack McMahon. I'll be honest. I've never listened to the Vegas odds because I think they're always wrong. From day one, if you watch how pretty much the Purge pretty much does his promos, if he's fired up, he's a tough act to pretty much take down. I've actually had the pleasure of going against both of these guys. Tied pretty much went to a coin flip against Old School. Obviously lost that coin flip. Tough competitor as well. There's a reason why he's one half of the tag team champions. And his style is he's going to hit you fast and hit you hard. And I just don't know if Purge can do it. I don't care if he's a favorite, if he's an underdog. He better be tugging on Superman's cape because I think Old School will take him to school.
One follow-up question. Because Old School is working twice this show, do you think that's going to hinder him in any way or make him care about one match versus the other?
I don't know. I'm going to say no on that because it's not like he is pretty much any average promo artist. He's a champion here in the HSP, so he's not average. He's a professional. He's done this for a few years now. He's probably one of the founders of pretty much promo game as it is. So I don't think that's going to hinder him whatsoever.
All right. And Land General, what's your thoughts on this match? I know Purge is not one of your favorite people, but give us an honest assessment of this match.
Well, there's a little problem for me this time because I was at Purge the weekend over celebrating my birthday, and I know his promo, so I won't say anything.
Okay.
Because that would be a little bit of biasness
Fair.
in that point. So, it's a little bit difficult for me and a little bit problematic. So, I plead the fifth on that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, Champ, I want to go over all the gauntlet matches with you. The two that are taking place on this show and the others that are coming up, kind of as if you are able to move on and defend successfully on the 20th, who you're kind of be looking at as you go into the showcase. So I want to kind of get your feeling on these.
Ooh.
And the first one, a debuting MMM, the Marvelous Masked Marauder, and Joey D. These two guys actually do know each other and have faced each other before, but Triple M is making his debut.
So what do you want? You want me to tell you who's going to win?
Your feeling about it.
My feeling about it? Well, okay. I've seen Joey D. I'm not that impressed. I think he's got a lot of work to do.
Okay.
That's my opinion. As the Pure Heart champion. Feels good to say that.
There you go.
I saw a hype by MMM, Triple M. Or are we going to call him?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I think I'm going to have to go with
All righty. And the other one on this show, a couple of people you know very well. Woman you've taken under your wing, Mary Sue, taking on Gene Emerson.
Woo! Mary Sue. Mary, I think you're going to need my help on this one. Gene Emerson, in his last promo, a lot of people were very impressed, including myself. I'm curious what you're going to bring. I hope it's enough.
All righty.
If you need me, you know where to reach me.
All righty. So
Cool.
I'm liking it. So we'll go to Land General, then we'll come back for the analysts to do the final up. So Triple M, Joey D. What's your first thoughts on that one? Are you familiar with Triple M?
I'm not completely familiar with, like Tunster said.
Okay.
You got me on that one, Tunster. You really got me on that one.
TM.
No, whatever. Joey D.
Yes, Dr. Quack.
Hey, Champ, you got a question here. A response. Johnny Rockstar would love to face that Pure Heart champion in Tonster.
Get in line, Johnny Rockstar!
And I got one more for you, ladies and gentlemen. One half of the PPA Tag Team Champions and the man who's trying to win the Soulfire, AEP.
Welcome to the show.
I like AEP.
Wait, say that about the Oh, I'm from Puerto Rico. How y'all doing?
What the hell, bro?
All right,
What was that?
so Rob
I'm from
Bell.
Puerto Rico.
Yep,
Yeah, how y'all doing tonight?
we're doing great, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
All right, so Rob Bell returning to Triple M versus Joey D for you.
I'm interested to see what can do.
All righty. And Mary Sue and Gene Emerson.
Tough one, tough one. I think Mary Sue has to step up because we all saw what Gene Emerson can do and deliver last time. So if Mary Sue doesn't bring her A game, it will go to Mr. Emerson.
All righty. Oh, and old school is familiar with Triple M and said he's a badass. So we're going to find out when he makes his debut. All righty. So we'll do your analysis there, Mr. Villain. Then we'll come to AEP and get his thoughts on the gauntlet.
So my analysis on the first one, I don't know Triple M whatsoever. I've heard rumblings about him, so I'm hoping the hype that old school and some of these other promo artists that they're saying about Triple M, I hope that Triple M delivers in that regard. I don't know if I would say I've had the honor or the privilege of going against Joey D and another group, but when he actually wants to promo and actually put everything into it, he delivers probably one of the best promos that I have seen. And I've only seen one promo so far, and that was obviously against me. That pretty much impressed me to the point where that he was able to move on to do bigger and better things throughout it. So I'm gonna go with what everybody else has been saying. I'm thinking Triple M's gonna show up and show out and continue, hopefully, to move on to the gauntlet. And then Gene Emerson versus Mary Sue. So I haven't seen Mary Sue do anything as of late, and I'm kind of a little worried because I know Gene Emerson. I've gone against Gene Emerson multiple occasions. I think Gene Emerson he has it. It's, can he put it all together at the right time, especially here in the HSP? So he impressed us last time. I'm gonna go with him again. I just don't see this one being as close as some people thinking it could be.
All righty. And AEP, last year you tried to enter the gauntlet. You lost to your opponent on this show, the Storyteller. Now, you have grown by leaps and bounds. It's noticed all over the promo world. So we'll start with your thoughts on the people going into the gauntlet, then we'll go into your match. So Triple M versus Joey D.
Exactly.
All right, Triple M. I never heard about him. And Joey D, well, I said Triple M going to win this match.
Okay. But he's going with the new boy.
Yep.
And then Gene Emerson and Mary Sue.
I beat them before.
All right.
Mary Sue, she cannot beat me. I beat Gene Emerson in WGP.
Very nice.
It's tough. It's tough. You know, they cannot beat me, but I said Emerson gonna win.
All right. So everybody here is united on this one. And AEP, since you're coming in, I'd like to get your thoughts on this one.
But before we move on to that, could we talk a little bit about the gauntlet part of it, though? Like,
Sure.
because I was in the gauntlet match last year, and it's probably one of the hardest matches to actually prepare for, because you were actually like, unless you're number one, you're sitting in the back and you're waiting. You have to wait until you hear your name getting called, and you wait to figure out what's about to happen. You're listening to what's all going on already as it is, and yet once you get out there, you actually have to sit there and go live. So take away the whole aspect of like our live tag team matches. It's live by yourself. And if you're not going number two, where you can react.
You got to go live, pal.
Yes, Quack McMahon. You got to go live against them. So all my, like those two picks that I've had, one of them I know could go live. He can go live and pretty much do well. I'm hoping the other one shows up and does what I'm being told he can do. And I think hopefully that's going to be a good live match as well. And that's not taking anything away from Joey D or Mary Sue. I just don't know if they're fully capable to go a live match, especially in that big of a moment where you don't know when you're coming out to go on screen and sit there and give it all on the line at that second.
You have to understand, Dr. Quack just got his 5 cases of Prime in after WrestleMania. He's all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
There's my question. Who paid Quack to be Quack McMahon? Who paid him?
The executive committee by voting him as the president of Heart and Soul Promotion.
Bad choice of creative.
Well, that you can apply next year, and maybe you can get voted in as the next president.
No, thank you. No, thank you,
That
because
means you'd have to deal with Quack because he's got bugs in those offices, and I don't mean crawlies. I mean electronic devices.
TMI.
Okay, so we'll come back a little bit more on the gauntlet, but AEP, I want your thoughts. You're in the main event of Hurricane Alley against the Storyteller. You have faced now, this would be the 3rd match. You lost to him in the gauntlet qualifier. You beat him as Tony, and now this is the 3rd and final, and the Soulfire title's on the line. Give me your thoughts on this one.
I told anybody, if I beat Vagabond, I'm calling back a Storyteller. I know Storyteller, one of my greatest opponents in my career. I gotta win this. I know he beat my ass, but I never give up. But tomorrow night, if he talk about he's scared of Monster, you better be scared of Monster, because this Monster is gonna mess you up tomorrow night. And then I'm gonna take that championship away from you.
All right, and I will say, when we did the analysis work, your loss to the Storyteller actually was the start of your moving up. Your scores progressively got better, and you were facing better and better opponents after your match with the Storyteller. So, do you think that was do you feel that was your start, or was it something before that, or something after that?
I think it's after that.
After that, okay.
Yeah.
You started to get you started to find your own voice, and we're happy you found it. So, from a potential champion now to the current champ, what's your thoughts? Storyteller, AEP, Soulfire.
Hey, I'm from Puerto Rico. Hey.
So am I!
You from Puerto Rico?
AEP. But I'm not going with you on this one. Storyteller is on a roll. You might as well call the man baloney.
Tom, you my boy, man. You my boy.
I'm your boy. We have fun in the secret garden. But guess what? I'm the champ for a reason. Not an idiot. Storyteller's got you this time, buddy.
All right. Land General, you possibly have a shot in the future at the Soulfire. So what's your thoughts on this match?
Lord have mercy. And second off, I think HSP needs to do drug testing again.
well, the Fucadol, luckily. Go ahead, Quack.
We only test for Fucadol, damn it.
Yeah,
Oh,
the Fucadol distributor is out right now.
If that's the case, do all the drug testing you want then.
God damn
Mm-mm.
Allah. There you go. Move on.
Yeah, that will be a tough match for both. I mean, after all, it's like kind of a crunch match because both have a win. Both need a second win on the other. So, to pick one, I'll let myself surprise on that one.
All right. Yes, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody who told me they weren't going to show up today, they've got something to say now. Oh, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, The Purge.
Oh, no.
So we'll go over to the villain. Your thoughts. AEP, Storyteller.
AEP, you continue to impress me show after show. It has been great to be able to watch you grow throughout this entire time. I lost to Storyteller in that triple threat match, and it was hard. It's hard to grasp that fact, but if both are on a roll, both have a win over each other, this rubber match, I have a feeling because it's been getting closer. I think AEP is going to come out on top.
Ooh.
I think AEP is finally, I'm finally giving AEP the nod on this one, just because he's getting closer and closer. He's finally getting there. This is what, out of the last few shows, he's main evented a couple of them already. It's time. It's time for him to be up to that top level. So,
All right.
I'm going with AEP.
Yeah, he did great against A-List Alverson. A-List Alverson had to pull a rabbit out of his hat, pull a perfect 21. That's how serious he took AEP.
He just escaped me. He escaped me. That's okay.
Yep. All right, and Purge, I want your thoughts on this because little known fact that when PPA and Heart and Soul started their business relationship, we asked for somebody from outside of the HSP sphere to represent the Soulfire Championship in the inaugural tournament. And Purge, who did you select to represent PPA?
Wait. You still confuses each and every single body there. I'm not.
Oh, look, that's Justin Smith I work with.
I'm gonna look at what it says right there.
What are you doing, Kyle?
Whatever.
Purge, we reached out to you. Whoever PPA sent, but we reached out to you.
And I said to you, go reach out to go reach out to CEO Smith. So, yeah, I have nothing to do with that AEP is here in HSP. Okay?
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Because I know you spoke highly of him and said you were going to go recommend him.
Yet again, I don't know shit about this conversation because I'm not sitting in the management of the alliance there. I'm just being a promo artist, simple like you and me, and pointing out. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mayhem,
right, yes.
Mayhem, we may need to go drug test him for Fucadol.
Oh, good God.
So Purge,
Point proven.
Purge, give us the spitball on this one. AEP and Storyteller.
Well, when I first faced AP at Ringing the Bell for a title what I'm not possessing anymore, I felt like he could have this big fight feeling there. But is he ready to face the pillars of HSP? Could be. He needs to pull something out, what he's never done before. Can he do it? Yes. Is it going to be enough for it? No. So I got to go with Storyteller.
All righty. And now, Champ, I'm just going to throw the names out here, and for the other gauntlet matches, just kind of get a feel for what you guys are feeling on this one. So as you saw in the drawing, on the 20th, the one-on-one match, Mr. Wallace with Prince Blackheart.
You really want me to answer that?
I don't want to speak for the champ.
All right. Well, let me put it this way. I faced both of them. I beat one of them, and I lost to the other. Guess which one I lost to? It was Mr. Wallace. Mr. Wallace is going to beat NDT.
All righty.
I'm trying to be nice here.
And the other one, we've got two people in this match. This is kind of how this one turned out. The all-European contingent, the Purge, the Land General, and the Young Buck in a triple threat match.
Wait. Land General, the Young Buck, and who?
Purge.
Oh boy.
Please kill me.
You know something? All three, you're all a bunch of little woke boys. I don't like any of you. Okay? So the fact that I gotta pick this guy makes me sick. And it ain't either of you two. All right? I'm just gonna leave it at that. You both are gonna lose.
All righty.
Whoa. Don't you watch the product? I beat both of those asses already, couple of times.
What's that mean?
You need to watch the product.
What does
I
that
already
mean?
beat those bitch asses.
So wait. So I gotta pick you? I just gotta pick you because, hey, you won a match before. I gotta go with you.
Hey, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Purge
George
actually has a
Young Buck could
WGP
get
title
the job
match.
done. Who is in the match for the #1 contendership? It's not Young Buck, right? Watch the product, okay?
What does
If you
that have
are
to
the
do?
pure champion,
What does that have to do with the answer I just gave?
if you are the pure champion, you need to watch the.
Oh,
Sorry,
just keep
I
saying the
almost
same
said
thing,
the
Purge.
TV word.
Just keep saying the same thing. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep saying the same thing. Go ahead. We'll stay here all day and listen to you say the same sentence every time. Go ahead.
Well, what do I need to prove? You need to prove
Purge,
something.
Purge. You say sit and watch the product, but every single time I watch you on screen, I'm taking an 8-hour nap.
And that's why you are the analyst, villain. That's why you are the analyst.
I'm an analyst, but I would still kick your ass in a promo any day, boy.
So why don't you come out of the retirement, huh?
Because
Why
it's
are
up to
you
the
still
storyteller, and the storyteller has said no.
How about this?
Oh, yeah.
Go
Sorry,
go
my
talk
fault.
to the
You
storyteller.
watch the product. You asshole.
All right.
How about this?
How
How
about the
about this?
screen? Get off my screen, you freaking son of a bitch.
Can we
about
get
this?
into commercial, please, before it's getting out of hand?
How about
That's
this?
up to Quack. He's got to push that button.
I'll sit here.
We'll be right back.
Tell me to watch the product.
Got the mind of a champion. Gonna get mine, I'm a champion. Got the mind of a champion. Get it cause I got it good. Did it cause I said I would. Got the mind of a champion. Gonna get mine, I'm a champion. Got the mind of a champion. Get it cause I got it good. Did it cause I said I would. I did it like I said it. Yes, I'm the best. Every single day, put it to the test.
And we're back.
Oh, so I'm gonna finish off what I was about to say. Purge. I'll sit and go talk. I'll go talk to Storyteller. Have him grant me my permission to come back. I'll sit here and fight you and Heathen in a triple threat match and kick both of your guys' asses. How about that?
I mean, go deal with Heathen first.
Well,
I don't care.
Let's move on for this one so we don't
Yeah.
get held up too much. So the next one, Tonester, the next Gauntlet qualifier match on the 20th, Old School, Carter Diamond, and Newcomer, the 8th.
I have no idea. I know nothing about the Ace. I know nothing. So I can't say anything about it. I got no critique. I mean, look, if you watch the Pulse, what was it? Well, when was that with Old School and Carter Diamond? When was that? Last week or 2 weeks ago? It was last week, right?
I think so.
Oh boy! If there was any indication from that, Old School is going over. You know what I mean?
All righty. So, Villain or AEP? Let's ask you on that one. So, what's your thoughts on those 3 Gauntlet matches coming up on the 20th? You think the champ is right, Mr. Wallace, Young Buck, and Old School are coming out, or do you think somebody different?
Well, we're gonna talk about the Purge.
Okay.
I've faced him before, but the Land, my brother, I picked the Land gonna win.
Ooh, I will say the Land General has been on a roll lately.
Yeah.
He took a little time off. He's focused himself on his home. The Land General has been coming out strong. I'm okay with that pick.
Because I train him, so
All right.
Fucking technical.
So it's okay. Purge had to do a number 2. So Land General, what's your thoughts? Do you think the champ was right? Mr. Wallace, Young Buck, and Old School, or AEP right? And you see yourself coming out of that one?
Let me put my magazine to the side for a second. I'll read you later. About the contract match. Yeah, I know I got 2 really tough opponents. I'm not gonna lie. Purge, I know we have our differences.
Since when are you gonna say to me toughest opponent? Oh, whoa. Oh my God. I need to get some paper here. I need to notice that. Oh my God, what day is it? Is it today, Friday in California?
Nah, I'm just honest. I know.
Whoa.
I know my kryptonite is Purge, not gonna lie. I know that for sure. Maybe I have a chance. Maybe. Only maybe. So, I'm just honest. That's what the line is all about. Not overconfident, not underrating himself. It's honestly. And yeah, very humble. And I know me and Young Buck, we never had a match against each other. Mary Sue, it's a damn wrestling magazine.
It's still German. It might have some boobies in it.
Nah, not really. Not really. It is a wrestling journalism magazine, which only available in Germany. But that's another point. I never faced Young Buck before. I know that. So I have to prepare for being the complete underdog in this match.
All right.
Maybe I win, maybe not. I will see what it will be for me.
Right, Purge.
Look at him, man. Look, it's the Land, man. He's got a shot here. Too tough to be Tower, all about the power. Woo!
Okay, now he's getting really weird. I mean, we had Greg McMahon, now we have Greg Flair. What's next? Greg Austin?
On that note, Purge.
Go back to your magazine land.
I lost all the captions. What was the caption again?
So the champ said on the 20th, Mr. Wallace was going to beat Blackheart. Young Buck was going to beat you in the Land General, and Old School was beating Carter Diamond and the 8th.
Okay, good. I need to catch everything up. I have real life shoulder problems, but that's not really the matter today.
Good one.
Yeah. Yet again, another chapter in both of those pages. Young Buck, I already faced too many times before, and Land General, I faced them way too many times before.
Okay.
But if I do win the #1 contendership, but the biggest if, here's the if, then I have to do double duty. I mean, not only facing Thompson there, but only facing those two.
Mm-hmm.
So the other question is for me, can I be preparing for 2 matches or just simply 1? That's the most important thing I could answer there. I mean, I do have a redemption story, or most likely a story to tell in the end. But that's not really the matter there. All I need to do is to do the unthinkable. And that is going to be probably the #1 contendership. I mean, last week wasn't really my best week after all. Yeah. I can do the best what I can, right? Yeah. Let's move on. Out.
There you go. All right. And Villain, was the champ correct in his assessment?
Yes, the champ is correct in his assessment.
All right.
You have Mr. Wallace on one side, who's pretty much, as the champ has said, he has beaten the champ. He's pretty much. Unless NDT bores everybody to death, Mr. Wallace is going to win. Then you get, what was the second one? Let's go with the triple threat. For
Young Buck.
Yeah, Young Buck, Land General, and Purge. I would rather watch the women's Fatal 4-Way tag team match at WrestleMania 700 times before watching that match. But if I have to choose, it will be Young Buck. And Old School, I'm going to have to give the devil his due. I think I've already said Old School 3 times today. We're going Old School.
All
Interesting.
righty. And the last thing I want to go over is champ. You've got Old School, you've got Purge. You've already said you see Old School beating the Purge. So give your summation to what we're going to see on the 20th. I know you're thinking successful defense. Just kind of give us how you see it going and how you plan on successfully defending.
Here's the thing. Since I think Old School, obviously, I think I'm going to be facing Old School.
Yeah, that's what you said you thought.
Yeah. Respect for this man, I have all the way up here. And I believe he respects me, but that gets thrown out the window on the 20th. I have to go at this guy very, very hard. I gotta be mean. I gotta be nasty. And I gotta go for the jugular, basically. Because Old School's no joke. I believe in the Old School, not the man, but the way of the Old School. I'm kind of old school myself. So I know what to expect. I'm not sure if Old School knows what to expect from Tonstadamus.
All righty. So we'll go around the room here, and looks like Quack was coming on.
Yes, I actually have an announcement. I wanted to make sure I did this. Heathen has asked for a challenge and has wanted a match here on the next show, prepare for his
Cabbage Patch Kid.
contendership match. There are 4 people now out there you can vote on. There is Gene Emerson, Vagabond, Shady McKenzie, and Savior. By all means, go out and vote because tomorrow we will be announcing who it will be on the pre-show.
That's right. So me and Tonester on the pre-show will be announcing who got that vote. Heathen said he wanted to face someone he's never faced, and those 4 people are on that list. So we'll go around instead of capping the match for the next show. Let's do a little speculation here, Land General. Is it Shady Sean McKenzie? Is it Vagabond? Is it Gene Emerson? Or
Savior.
Savior? The 4 names.
That was the last name.
One more.
Oh, wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, one half of the tag team champions, Old School.
Ah,
All right, I'm taking a step back. I let Old School speak first, since he just joined. By all means.
I just wanted to jump in for a minute and say hi to Tonster.
Let me tell you, man.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm happy you're not coming at me today.
But we'll see how it all pans out, you know.
Old School, do you have your coffee on you?
Now, believe it or not, I'm drinking a soda tonight.
Oh man, like between the sunglasses and the coffee, that's like the staple of Old School.
Yeah, I'm
And
not.
it's weird not seeing either one.
Yeah, tonight's a little bit out of character.
Oh, good. So I don't know if you were able to hear it when you were on your way back from the green room up out to here, but Heathen's got an open challenge or a fan vote challenge. Shady Sean McKenzie, Savior, Vagabond, and Gene Emerson, letting the fans pick his opponent. Who would you like to see the Heathen face?
Give him Shady.
All right.
I think
Well,
Shady can run for his money. As long as his internet don't get pregnant again, you know, he'll be all right.
Fair enough. Land General.
Have a good match.
I'll go with Savior.
Savior, all right. Purge.
I want to see the story continues between Savior and Heathen. I gotta go with those 2.
All right. AEP.
Saber.
All right. Villain.
Nate.
Man, that's a hard one to pick because there's 3. Like I don't know much about Savior, so I can't really go with Savior. But you have 3 tough choices. You have Gene Emerson, you have Vagabond, and you have Shady Sean McKenzie. Since now, I have not given Shady much respect because in HSP we haven't gone at it, and at some point, whenever I am allowed to come back in, we're gonna have our match in HSP. But we have faced off before. He's gained my respect. So, oh man, it's a tough one. Can we make it a fatal 4-way? just have all 4 of them go at it, because that would be one heck of a match as it is. That could main event a show. If I'm gonna have to pick, I agree. I think I saw Roughneck posted up himself. I'm going Vagabond.
All right. And Quack, you had something to say?
It won't be you, pal, because you're retired.
Okay.
Storyteller,
So,
let me come back so I can just kick his ass.
Tonester,
Please.
your thoughts. Who Heathen should face?
I wanted to say Shady. I did, because I just faced the guy. I know what he's about. He fought me hard, man. But I gotta say, man, Gene showed me something. Gene showed me something in that promo. I was very impressed. I think Gene.
All right. It's any one of those would be a great match with the Heathen. And you're right. As long as Heathen's internet holds out and doesn't break its back and does some other things, so let's go into the final thoughts now. So
Why don't throw? Hold on. Why don't throw all in and we're gonna have a fatal 5-way?
because it's called we don't want to have a 3-hour show.
Good point.
Go back to the magazine, Land. Back to the magazine.
Nah, I'm through with it.
Man, General, before you head back to the magazine, your final thoughts. Let's take this show home.
Well, my final thoughts. 2 things. 1, I will beat my opponent tomorrow. B, AP, I'll see you back at the camp, and the trainings camp, and Persia, I'll see you on the 20th.
AEP, final thoughts.
Do it again, AP. Do it again.
Storytelling. This is not a WWE championship.
Yeah, it is.
This is PPA Tag Team Championship.
What's that?
Tomorrow night, you do not bow down, AEP. You do not bow down, Tony. You're going to bow down to Rabbit King because this monster going to take the championship away from you tomorrow night. And you're going to bow down the king.
Rabbit King.
Analyst Villain, final thought.
This is going to be a good show. I'm excited to see it. Storytellers, stay by your phone because you're going to be receiving some messages. AEP, please don't prove me wrong. Just make the decision easy to pick you, please. And just don't go by Rabbit King ever again. Please don't.
So what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
Purge, final thoughts.
I already told this like a couple of minutes ago. Last week wasn't really my best week, and I need to prove something without the Empire title.
Wait, yeah.
And Old School, I hope you're ready, because that's what happened at Hurricane Alley. You're never gonna see this coming. You're gonna hear the 3 most dangerous words in the promo universe today. Embrace the vision. I have nothing to say anymore. I need to see that at Showday.
Old School Tag Team Champ. Possible number 1 contender. Final thought.
Yeah, 10 minutes. First things first. Monster, you know how much I love you, brother. You know, I want you know the respect is there. I heard what you said earlier. Same thing here. But Purge, you need to step out of the way because I'm gonna maul you over, bro. Hurricane.
No, hell no.
Oh,
I'm never gonna step out of the way.
The Purge will be purged. In the end,
I'm never gonna.
The siren will go off, and you'll be the one to run it. Straight directly to that man right there for that title. And as for the tag team titles, you can get on my shoulder because it ain't changed.
All right. Tonster Damas, champ. Take it home.
Boy. I have so much to say and don't know what to say. And if you couldn't tell, today I was very flustered. I had a very bad week because of one man. One man ruined my celebration. One man ruined the belt reveal. And I'm trying so hard not to think about that man because I have to worry about the winner of Purge and Old School. Old School, I'm expecting you, brother. I'm expecting you. I welcome it. Let's do it on 420.
Indeed.
All right. Dr. Quack, did you want to say anything before we get out of here?
Actually, I do, because this Saturday we have the mid-year awards that are voted on by the promo artists. For the promo artists, we will have the promo artist of the mid-year given out, tag team of the mid-year, those improved, and much, much more. Make sure you tune in there Saturday at noon Eastern.
All right. Well, on that note, I'm the
See,
important one,
just-
Mr. Mayhem. And he's Dr. Quack. And it's time to say, see you tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 Central pre-show, myself and the champ, Tomster Damas.
We all
See you
gonna
there.
die.
Bye.